All right, thank you for joining today. My name is Kyle Downey. I'm a Senior Associate Director of Admissions, and I lead the veteran recruitment efforts for Cornell at the undergraduate level. Happy to be able to have a conversation with you all today and hopefully provide a brief overview of the Cornell experience to help you figure out if you might want to learn more. So you see this quote on the screen here, and that's the founding vision. Ezra Cornell really had this mission to create a university where any person could find instruction in any study. And that was veterans as well from day one, preparing military leaders and offering education and military instruction. It was a critical piece from its earliest days. And there are a million things I could tell you about Cornell. I'm obviously a giant fan. I've worked at Cornell for about 20 years. But in the interest of time, I want to emphasize a couple takeaways to begin our session today, and then I will go into more detail about what that looks like. And the first takeaway is you belong here. It's a really welcoming, casual, comfortable community where we have a strong military connected community. We have over 400 students, faculty, and staff who are veterans who attend the university, attend or work at the university. And it's just a fantastic community to dive into and be a part of. It's also very supportive. Second point, you can earn admission. We do battle the myth that because we're a highly selective admissions institution, that our student veterans could not possibly be admitted to Cornell or to our immediate peers. Yes, it is selective, but it's also a thoughtful process. It is something where we have a lot of student veterans who have worked with us for a year or 2 years to prepare a solid foundation to have a successful application. So you can earn admission, and we're here to help you do that, quite frankly. Also, critical to know that a Cornell education can really change the entire financial and professional trajectory of not only your life, but your family's lives as well. The doors that it can open for you, the opportunities, they're phenomenal. And we have a long list of recent graduates who have told me so as well. So on top of all the other things, one of the coolest things, quite frankly, is you'll see some photos here. You could do all of this in one of the most amazing places to live and learn anywhere in the world. Ithaca, New York is a fantastic outdoor destination, waterfalls, state parks, wonderful lake, water sports, a golf course on the Cornell's campus, one of the top wine producing regions in the world. And it's also a really welcoming community with not only the scenic beauty, but also safety, very little traffic, and all the perks that come with what you see here. But you're not going to be in any way limited in things that you can do and see here either. And then finally, yes, you can afford a Cornell education. We do work very hard to make sure that our veterans have robust financial aid packages. We are a Yellow Ribbon Program participant, and we have resources to help guide you through that process as well. We're not going to leave you out there on your own to try to navigate it, but we always meet 100% of demonstrated need. And most of our veterans wind up making a choice whether they want to use their GI Bill benefits or they want to use Cornell financial aid. And that's a great opportunity to have, considering that your needs are fully met either way. All right, so I'm going to dive into some of the details to emphasize those points a little further and share some additional info with you. So that any person that I described, that now refers to more than 15,000 undergraduate students, certainly all 50 states, more than 120 different nations. Last time I counted, we had students from 129 different countries at the undergraduate level alone. About half are going to come from a multicultural background. And as I said, we have more than 400 veterans and current members of the military here. The Any Study. So we really, frankly, you have all these people from all different backgrounds anywhere in the world who come to Cornell and they pursue almost unlimited academic opportunities. We have more than 4,000 different courses offered here, over 80 majors, over 100 different minors are available, everything from military education courses to having many different ways to study any singular subject area. For example, one of the most popular areas of study for our student veterans tends to be business. And there are several different business programs that you can pursue here. We also have a lot of interest in government and public policy. Again, many different ways to tackle those areas. So some of this breadth and depth that you see here of the academics, frankly, it means that you don't have a cookie cutter curriculum that you must confine your interests into. You can find a perfect match from among what we already offer, or frankly, you can construct that in collaboration with our faculty. And Cornell exists in other parts of the world as well. We have an island off the coast of Maine where we have a marine biology research laboratory where one of our current student vets has an alumni grant to help him go and do research there this summer, for example. We have campuses in Washington, D.C., in Maine, in Rome for our art and architecture students. So a lot of different ways to be at Cornell, even if you're not right here necessarily in the Ithaca area. So that you can scan that QR code there to learn more about our undergraduate colleges and schools. But suffice to say, you select a home base from among all the different options you see here. And that is truly your home base, but you're not limited in what you can study. So we don't advertise that we have 4,000 courses and then say, oh, well, you can only take 500 of these possibilities because of the college that you've chosen. So we have everything from the liberal arts to the very applied field to study. So you see the options on the screen, or I'll run through them really quickly. Our College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, our College of Architecture, Art and Planning, the Cornell S.C. Johnson College of Business, including 2 schools of Hotel Administration and Applied Economics and Management, our College of Engineering, the College of Human Ecology, the School of Public Policy, and the School of Industrial and Labor Relations. So it's important, if you're considering Cornell, to research those just a little bit, and that QR code can help you. And also, I'm here to help you if you're going to apply to Cornell as well. So faculty, if you're looking at Cornell's immediate peers in the Ivies and the highly selective institutions across the US, you're going to find a lot of places with really top-notch faculty. They've won impressive awards and so on. If I had to boil down what I really want you to remember about Cornell is, number one, you're going to get to know those faculty very well. There's a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and that's crazy low for a place with 15,000 undergrads. And the other piece I want to emphasize is they are very approachable. This area is casual, comfortable. Although we offer elite academics and amazing opportunities and some of the world's most intelligent people, quite frankly, there's not a lot of pomp and circumstance here. They're ordinary people. They may wear jeans to class. They want to talk with you. They want to answer your questions. You'll run into them on campus and in the local community. And it's a great opportunity to really engage closely with some of the great minds, and also just have normal conversations and realize, yeah, this person is totally fine. I can ask questions. They're going to advise student organizations, including our Undergraduate Veterans Association. They go above and beyond to work closely with our undergraduate students. Fantastic research opportunities, literally hundreds and hundreds of undergraduate research opportunities, often right here on campus. We have a number of phenomenal facilities. I had a question from a prospective student veteran yesterday who was asking about opportunities in physics. And it's kind of probably almost too long of a list that I could run down, having a linear accelerator, a synchrotron, astronomy area. We have a space sciences building on campus. We have an observatory. So no matter what realm of that content area, there were going to be facilities and, of course, courses available here. And that's not unique to the one STEM field that I mentioned. So great chances to learn and get your hands dirty at the same time, quite frankly. Experiential learning opportunities on campus, off campus. For those who might consider engineering, we have 25 to 30 different project teams where you're going to design something, build it, and go off and have competitions against other colleges across the world. So not just research like test tubes and typing data into a computer, but field work and also competitive projects where you're learning how to work together with relevant disciplines or disciplines that may be totally disconnected to what it is that you've studied. Working in teams is a key thing that you'll learn at Cornell. So I bragged a little bit about Ithaca, but you can learn more via that QR code. This is my almost 20th year at Cornell. And this is just a phenomenal place to live, to learn, and you may never have such an opportunity. And again, our alumni are sometimes jealous that since I work at a university, I can live here and I don't have to live in a big city and fight traffic and so on. What an amazing opportunity. And that's especially if you in any way love the outdoors, from downhill skiing 30 minutes away to learn how to fly fish for physical education credit. So many ways that the Ithaca community and the Cornell campus community are very closely intertwined. Not to mention, great safety and security, clean air, all of those things that you might suspect when you look at the pictures here. And we do support you in this journey as well. Certainly, we wouldn't admit you to Cornell and feed you to the wolves, so to speak. We are going to make sure that you are well supported in your journey, right from the admissions process all the way on through graduation, whatever professional endeavors you want to pursue. And that has a lot of different ways that plays out, a couple of which are mentioned here: our Learning Strategy Center, Cornell Health, our Student Veteran Advisor. So Mary Fisk, our full-time Student Veteran Advisor, is a retired Marine, and she is incredibly knowledgeable, and she's a full-time advisor and advocate for all of our student veterans. She leads our Summer Bridge program, which I'll talk about in just a moment. She teaches the Veterans Seminar. There are peer mentors who work with her. She supervises the Veterans Lounge on campus. So a great full-time advocate for you after you arrive, in addition to the support that my team and I can offer you before you arrive at Cornell. Great career services, layers in the home college that you select, as well as at the university level. A lot of different support, whether figuring out what you want to do or figuring out exactly how to do that, or connecting you with career opportunities later on. The Veterans House, we have a dedicated living center just for student veterans and our military connected students. Right on campus, really convenient, easy spot to jump off to your classes. And not a lot of our peers have such an opportunity. You could choose to live in that, you're not required. And the Veteran Summer Bridge program is also a pretty unique thing that Cornell offers. It is an opportunity for students who are admitted for the fall term, either conditionally or unconditionally, to take a few classes, to connect with each other, to learn how to navigate Cornell, and to frankly, get a head start on a successful career and education at Cornell. So that's no cost to the student, and that is something there is no separate application for. Anyone who applies for the fall semester, first year or transfer, is considered for the Veteran Summer Bridge program. Just need to get this to advance for us. Well, I'll give you a sense what the next, there we go. Student life, in the interest of time, I won't go too in depth for it, but just continue on that theme of anything and everything. More than 1,200 student organizations, from the Undergraduate Veterans Association, a Veterans Social Club, pre-professional societies, amazing athletics here as well. We have 37 varsity sports at Division I level, a lot of school spirit, and students at Cornell really, they dive in head first. They just really get involved in a lot of different things. I'm amazed how they find time to sleep, because people are excited by all the things that Cornell has to offer, and there's a ton here. The admissions process, you can apply as a first-year student or a transfer student. If you apply as a first year, you can make that commitment through early decision or apply regular decision. If you apply as a transfer, you could apply for fall or spring enrollment, March 15 or October 15. We referenced financial aid a little bit earlier. 100% need-based, 100% need-blind, plus that yellow ribbon program and the grant funding to support additional endeavors that you might want to do beyond the normal scope of your classes. A few stats to throw at you: 95% of the students who step foot at Cornell on day one will graduate from the university within 6 years. And certainly most of our transfers graduate way earlier than that. But just a good idea, the retention really is an indicator of the supportive opportunities here. And also, frankly, the chance to have great class selection. You're not going to struggle to get the courses that you need or want. in order to do it all while you're at Cornell. To wrap up, this has a lot of different ways you can stay connected with us. The recording will be available for you to dive into that. Certainly you can connect with myself and my colleagues at Veteran Admission at cornell.edu, and then follow some of the social media for the undergraduate admissions office, or reach out to financial aid. We are here to help. And if you don't know where to go, you can start with that Veteran Admission at cornell.edu email, and I'll help you get to the right place or find the answer for you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed learning this little bit about Cornell, and I'm happy to take whatever questions you may have.
Hi, Kyle. You do have a couple questions queued up in the chat room.
All right, let's see here. So it looks like, as always, there are some questions about law school, medical school, and so on. Although it's not the focus of today's session, we do offer a law school right on campus, our medical college in New York City, our veterinary college of medicine right on the Ithaca campus as well, and a number of great graduate and professional programs. Our MBA programs, of which there are several options, are certainly among the most popular for our student veterans. So lots of opportunities. Not an expert in that. We won't dive too deep into that today, but we do have those. And if you don't immediately see where you can find more info, do reach out to me and I can definitely connect you. Yeah, so we do take transfer students both in the fall and the spring. The reality is most student veterans will enter Cornell as transfers. The first year process is particularly selective, and students would really have to have fantastic high school records, and it just is not as common a pathway for our student veterans. Certainly we do have some who come in every year, but most will come in after building or strengthening their academic foundation at a 2 or 4 year college. Yeah, we have lots of different housing options. So I sometimes say that there is no typical experience at Cornell, and that's true for where you might live as well. There's everything from the Veterans House to apartment housing for students with families, to typical residence halls, and those could be single rooms or suites. Really, you choose. And we also have a really strong office of off-campus living that can connect you with apartments in the local area. And I don't know if I want to advertise this too far and wide, but in a pinch, my colleague Mary Fisk and I can even help you, check out places. I went and saw an apartment for a student who needed to have an in-person visit, but was still out of state, and was able to go preview that for her, and luckily it worked out. So hopefully I don't wind up doing that every single week, but in a pinch, we are always here to make sure that you have a clean, comfortable, safe place that is also convenient for your studies. Let's see here. Yep, and we do have a number of alumni who, frankly, I mean, Cornellians are a very tight-knit community. Cornell has about 250,000 living alumni all across the world, and they are always a fantastic resource to tap into, whether you're moving to a new city or you're applying for admission and you want additional perspective. I always have anywhere from 7 to 9 different undergraduate student veterans who work with me and the admissions process to help you have an informed perspective about the student experience. But we also have some alumni who reach out to admitted students to share a bit about their Cornell experience and how that has served them after leaving the campus in Ithaca. So great to tap into, and I, as you might imagine, or you heard or already found out, networking can be, one of the smartest things that you can do for your career. And those are all the questions I see so far. Oh, here we go. I see another one now. Let's see, transfer credits. So like I said, we do take a number of transfer students from 2 and 4 year colleges. When students have the option, we would always encourage you to select in-person courses versus online courses. But we know in the reality of active deployment schedules and hectic, commitments and so on, it's not always a possibility. So we do have some students who are coming in, with online credits that matched up well. Every course will be evaluated independently to see how well it matches up with what we teach here and what the assessment methods were. Generally speaking, though, the safest bet when available is to take in-person classes from a 2 or 4-year college. And do veterans have preferences when applying for classes? So at the moment, vets don't have priority registration. We are working on that as a possibility, though. But the good news is you do have a number of different resources, including the fact that you're here over the summer if you elect to do the summer bridge program. And it becomes easier to connect with your advisors before classes start, make any changes to your schedule. So our Veteran Summer Bridge program is going on right now, actually, and will continue into the first week of August. And those students, they're going to hit the ground running. They've really, come to know the area well, and they've already connected with career services and their advisors, local resources, made VA connections if they needed them, all of those things. And so while they don't yet have priority registration during the academic year, they are certainly given every opportunity and then some, probably, versus a typical student. Let's see. I think those are all the questions, unless you see other ones, Jim.
No, Kyle, that's all the questions we have. Yes, absolutely. Any other questions? Please feel free to drop them in either the Q&A or in the chat box.
Well, just to summarize, I mean, number one, Cornell offers some pretty amazing opportunities. And number two, we're situated in one of the most amazing places you could ever step foot. And number three, we have a really robust military community here that is very supportive. And we have layers and layers of support to make sure that you're going to be successful. And then the final piece is we really want you to reach out. I have student veterans who are here now that I worked with for about 2 years to help them prep and make sure that they have as successful an application as possible. We can never make any guarantees because it is selective admission, but I can try to help set you up for success if you're willing to do the work. And as we know, our student vets have always been willing to do the work. So thank you. I appreciate it.